future, the digital computer, the iPod, the cell phone. Get on my level, that new. I got that new. That new. I got that new.
One of the things that I really do believe that Baltimore is great at is really nurturing artists.
Growing up here, it's such a backdrop that you don't realize how influential it is until you go other places.
It's really two things a lot of people think about when you hear Baltimore. You hear The Wire and you hear Baltimore Club.
It's been a lot of changes.
It's been a lot of changes. From some of them for the good, some of them for the bad.
The way Baltimore is, it's really weird. Like, it's segregated, but it's severely integrated. Like, you have this section, and then like literally 2 blocks over, you have like Green Mountain, Barclay. Baltimore is more of a class city than a race city. It's like the people that have money and the people that don't have money.
Hey, Mike.
Okay.
Give me some vocals.
Test 3.
Where my ladies at? Where my ladies at? Where my ladies at? Where my ladies at?
It's kind of when you don't have any money and like you're going through struggles and you're looking for your next meal. People always turn to something to keep their mind off of it. Baltimore club music is a refuge, not only with the producers, the dancers, the DJs.
People from this neighborhood, that neighborhood, when you go to a club and you got all these different neighborhoods, they want to be heard, they want to be seen. So it kind of brings all of that pain that you see out every day. You try to bring it to the club and make something positive on it.
What's very unique about Baltimore Club is that it's from the street. This is not a technique that can be taught through a school. It's taught purely through what these kids experience in their environment.
I've been doing this since the 80s. At that time, it wasn't club music, it was house music. Club music is a combination of house music, hip hop, and this basic sample.
It's an energy that you sort of have to experience in a live setting. It's one of those types of music where, I mean, if you're driving around listening to it in your car, I mean, it definitely has a certain level of hype to it. But when you're in one of those parties where, you know, they're playing club music, they just have it blasting, and you see the way that the crowds react to it and the dances that people have locally for it. It's energy is the only word I could really use for it.
Go stupid. Go stupid. Go stupid. Go stupid. It has spread it.
It's spread
to other cities,
but this is the original spot. Yeah. This is the original spot because it started here.
You have Scotty B and Unruly, them and Rod Lee and that whole era of Baltimore Club there. So, you know, they were the pioneers and they were the ones who kind of pushed it. K Swift, she put a face to the genre. She made it popular and made it cool in other cities and like, oh, Baltimore Club, K Swift. That's all they knew. They put those two together and, you know, that gave it a home. Also DJ Class with his I'm the Ish. He took this song and made this Baltimore Club track, a pop song. And on the West Coast in Arizona, I go over there and I hear it on the radio. And I'm like, wow, you know, this ain't even on the radio on rotation at home. So, you know, that was a cool thing to see too.
Now we can get into the part where I like to do. I love chopping up vocals. A lot of people like, I chop a lot of original vocals and sounds, so I'm gonna chop her vocals up.
Might even take out, we came and just do back, like back it up, dance. Like we came to party, back it up.
You know, a lot of people were nostalgic for the old Baltimore club sound, which was, you know, based a lot around taking funk records and hip hop records and just sort of mixing them at that 130 beat a minute style. When it started to spread, and especially when it caught a lot of internet attention, you had a lot of people who were taking different influences and sort of injecting that into the sound.
You take EDM, you take Baltimore Club, well, what does that make? Or you take EDM and you take hip hop, what does that make? I'm always trying to, I guess, be like a chemist and trying to just mix different flavors of different things and then try to come up with something new, fresh for the new sound.
When I first started, like in, you know, the early mid-2000s, you didn't really have club music interacting with the rappers too much here, even though execs and people out of town would be like, you know, you guys should just marry the two. Like, I don't understand, that's your sound.
So right now, everybody want to rap over club music. At one point in time, it was like, I'm hard. I'm a rapper. I'm from the streets. I can't rap on no club music because I'm gonna look at soft. I'm from the streets. I'm from Cherry Hill, one of the most dangerous projects in Baltimore. And you ain't gonna tell me somebody gonna look at you soft for rapping over club music. It's music.
My favorite part of it is the fact that it's ever changing. You know, we're never gonna get to a point where, you know, we realize that the music that we've been making has been, you know, static over the past years. We can always count on someone to come in and just completely, you know, change our idea of what we're making and what we're going to be making.
Now it's becoming more accessible and more people are able to contribute to the movement. So I think that just with anything, with any musical genre, there's evolution. And I really think that in Baltimore, where we're at right now is people accepting the new club.
Let's get this party started. Let's get this party live. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party live. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party live. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party live.
Baltimore is actually a really perfect place to be working on something like street art because it does kind of have its own sort of aesthetic, sort of style.
Well, Baltimore's got a very progressive scene when it comes to, you know, just music and art and culture. And there's a lot of unity in Baltimore. So if you have two different scenes that don't necessarily run parallel to each other, they'll find a way to, you know, draw influence from one another.
I think we all in Baltimore at a point where we need to come together. Actually, my favorite club producer right now is Thunderbird Juice Box. I recently worked with DDM like a week ago. It's my first time working with him.
It's a trend-setting place on the low. You know, they call us the Crab City, they call us this city, they say we're violent, they say we're savages, but we set a lot of trends. And we have a lot of creative people here.
It's more like more room to meet and really talk to people who are doing it and who are doing it successfully locally. Then you start thinking about, okay, what's the next step? Now we're ready to kind of tackle a bigger monster, and that's, you know, getting the music out there to bigger audiences.
You know, Baltimore is a city of, like any other city, we're small, but we got a big voice, you know? And we're constantly trying to express that to the world. Like, you know, with a small piece on the map, but hey, we want to be heard.
I got that, I got that, I got that, got that, I got that, I got that, I got that, got that, got that, got that, got that, I got that, I got that, got that,